Hey man, I do what I do.
Validating me and letting me know you learned something. Now here's the thing, okay? And we're gonna put a bow on this and let you all go for the evening. It's been a long seminar. We're not even having lectures anymore. We having seminars. All right. My cat sends greetings to your orange cat. Y'all been checking out my little videos, my little bloopers and outtakes. Y'all make sure y'all go to my little video section. I put the little bloopers and outtakes if I see something that's humorous. We still need a good laugh. That's another thing about Black people. We've always managed to find humor in things, and we always willing to celebrate. You understand me? Don't let this system get y'all down, and don't let these people have you feeling down. We're gonna laugh at the pain, and we're gonna sing we're gonna sing it. We're gonna sing through our souls. You understand me? Don't let these people take you down. Like I said, I wasn't feeling so hot when I started tonight, but talking to y'all got me inspired. So I thank all the saints out there, all the beautiful people who send me their energy, man. Y'all keep me going. But anyway, let's do this, man. Look, check this out. So one of the greatest mistakes that these immigrants, shout out to, so I got 36 super chats. Who else? Penny, thank you, baby girl. I appreciate it. But let me get one of the greatest mistakes that these immigrants, both Black and brown communities made was focusing on assimilation rather than self-sufficiency. You see the mistake of depending on white America. Instead of building their own economies and banking systems and industries, they relied on the white industries. And what did they do with their money? They sent their money home. See, instead of creating their own independent education networks that they fought to be included in white schools. Remember when I talked to y'all and I explained to you that white Hispanics, Latinos, Mexicans wanted to be reclassified as white so they can then run up into white folks' school instead of building their own? Because they were sending their money home. You see? Instead of creating political movements for their own self-interest, they tried to align, they wanted to be absorbed into the Democratic and Republican power structures. See, they had this false belief in whiteness as a safety net. And many immigrant groups believed that whiteness was something they could earn through assimilation and in the white culture and voting conservative and aligning themselves with the Republican Party. And before that, being, painting their hair blue and green and purple. And all the while, they distanced themselves from foundational Black Americans and dismissed our struggles and said slavery was, 700 years ago. And, y'all need to get over it. Somebody type get over it in the chat room. That's what they told us. They said, get over it. Slavery was old. Get over it. Didn't they tell us that? That's what they told us. Mm-hmm. Instead of recognizing that whiteness is a closed door club, they spent decades trying to force them white folks to let them in their system that was designed to exclude them. And now, as this racial climate has shifted, and y'all saw it for yourself, these same folks are realizing that whiteness or being white adjacent or their white allies was only temporary. Shout out to Cody Marshall. It was conditional at best. It was disposed. Look, you know how Kevin Samuel said, what did he say? Average at best. It was conditional at best. Okay, that's what it was. And let me finish. It was disposable at worst. You see? Now, many Latinos and Africans and Caribbeans who align themselves with their white allies and talk bad about foundational Black Americans and try to be white, now they're being discarded. Now they're being sent back to Haiti. They're being deported back to Jamaica. They're being sent back to Nigeria. Understand? Or back to Mexico. See, Donald Trump has revealed the cold truth like a winter storm. Whiteness uses non-white groups when it's convenient, then discards them when they no longer need them. Let me rehash this. See, the same Latinos for Trump who voted for Trump are now facing deportation. And if not, then their families and their relatives. 61% of these folk voted for Trump, thinking that aligning with whiteness and conservative politics would protect them. They believe that if they were anti-Black, pro-law enforcement and vocal about being hardworking immigrants, right, they would be safe. And now ICE is raiding their homes and their workplaces and their neighborhoods, and Latino children are being separated from their parents. Legal residency and even U.S. citizenship are being questioned. It ain't worth the doggone if you wasn't born in this country. And if your parents were here illegally, it might be questioned. So Latinos thought that they were part of America's racial hierarchy. And now they realize that whiteness never saw them as equals. It only saw them as cheap labor. So now they're getting the looks. Now they're getting the microaggressions. You got the little Latino chick talking about, I've never felt this way before. Now, as far as my Black, African, and Caribbean immigrants, you look down on Black Americans. You talk real, as they say, out in New Orleans, you was talking real sporty about us. You were talking real, you was speaking fly. You was talking fly. Huh? Now they dunning you. You purposely distance yourself from the same foundational Black Americans who make it available for you to come to this country. You claim your culture was superior. You claim you were superior to Black America. You called us lazy. We built this doggone country, and you got the nerve to call us lazy? You sound just like the white supremacists. You dismissed our warnings, and we your brothers, and we idolize you. We loved you. We listened to your movie. We listened to your music, even if we ain't like it. We ate your nasty food, even though we don't like it all the time. Instead, you decide to align yourself with these white professionals, believing that your accent and your foreign degrees was some kind of shield from racism. I don't give a damn about that. Instead of building a strong bond with us, your kin, instead of falling in and helping us build a stronger political and economic structure in America, you just tried to ignore us and include yourself in the white. And you want to distance yourself from us. And then you got the nerve to let us know you don't even like us. And now you realizing that your Black skin makes you just as disposable as FBAs were in white America, but you are easier target though. So when Trump's policies target immigrants, they don't care whether you're from Nigeria or Haiti or the Dominican Republic. Black is Black. Don't care about your doggone nation. Use the N-word as far as they're concerned. And we warned you, but you ignored us. For decades, foundational Black Americans have been telling immigrants and anybody else who can listen, America is not the land of fairness and inclusion. It is the land of white survivalism. And it's done at the expense of everyone else. We told them about white backlash. We warned them that every time a non-white people make progress, white America is going to clap back. And we saw it after Reconstruction. We saw it after the Civil Rights Movement. We told you about COINTELPRO. We told you about the war on drugs, which was really the war on Black folks. And now we saw it after Barack Obama's pregnancy. And y'all ignored it, thinking that history wouldn't repeat itself. We told you that white folk would never accept you. White folks told you they would never accept you in not so many words, but you didn't read them because you're ignorant and you didn't want to believe it. We told you no matter how hard you worked, how hard you studied, how deeply you aligned yourself with these white institutions, no matter how much you did their bidding, they would always see you as an outsider. And then you laughed and called us paranoid. You told us that we were victims. Somebody typed victim mentality in the chat room. They believed that they spoke Spanish, had a different accent, or weren't descended from us, enslaved Africans, slaves, us Akatas. Racism wouldn't touch them. We said you better get your own. You said you wanted to assimilate. Instead of investing in the Black community, taking your money to our Black banks, you poured your money in the white banks that historically discriminated against Black and brown people. Instead of supporting black businesses, you fought for inclusion in white corporations. They were never going to prioritize you. Instead of forming coalitions with foundational black Americans, we've been here. We know how this goes. You thought you was going to survive on your own, even though you living under our umbrella right now. And now you suffering the consequences of your decisions. Now you looking at black people for help. But we booked. As the ladies say, when they go to the salon, we booked and busy. And then what the ladies say? You trying to get that hair appointment? So as the mass deportations and the economic discrimination and the racial violence increase, immigrants who once dismissed black struggles are now going to be looking to black America for support. Hey, let me tell you something. Look, you can expect nothing from us. You don't expect us to march, to protest. Don't expect us to demand justice for your deportations. Don't expect us to do anything but call ICE to have you come picked up, because we're going to need that $750 for ourselves. Okay? We are not about to sit up here and demand that they end the border detentions. We're not doing it. Okay? We're not going to go to your rallies to help you protest for citizenship and demand policy changes that protect you. We're not going to do it. Black America has moved on for that. We fought for civil rights. And now you got to fight for your own. We marched for justice, and now you got to march for your own justice. We spent centuries carrying the weight of America's oppressed people. And now we're putting that energy to ourselves. We're done. We're at rest. We working with ourselves. We talking like we talking here tonight, but we are not fooling with y'all like that. We're not going to waste our energy. Especially people who don't listen to us when we warned you already, especially people who are racist towards us or tribalistic. Why would we help you? Why would we protest for groups who dismiss our struggles? Why? We're not a stupid people. Why would we carry you and you didn't carry us? You immigrant folk, you're going to have to deal with the reality that you created for yourselves. Black Americans owe you nothing. We're done. America has never been a land of permanent inclusion for non-white people. Hell, even white folk got to fight to try to be white. If they don't have enough money, they call them trash. They literally have a name that they call white folk who are broke and poor. There's some white folk right now in Appalachia, they get treated about as bad as black people. And that's another thing. You white folks out there, you done sided with, I got money. I know why I voted for Trump. I know darn well why I voted for Trump. My life is going to be great. Yeah, I might have to dodge a little racism every now and then, speak a little nicer to the police. Hey, officer, how are you? Roll all the windows down, but I'm going to be fine. I'm going to make money. My children are going to go to some good schools. They're going to make money. We're going to come out of this very well off, period. We straight. But why did you poor whites vote against your own interests? Trump is putting farmers out of business, putting tariffs on people. Y'all going to struggle, as they say in the hood. Y'all about to suffer. All because you wanted to align yourself with the rich white folk, because you have aspirations one day of being a rich white billionaire yourself. They wouldn't spit on you if you was on fire. They've been playing y'all for 400 years. White folks, they said, come on over here and align with us on some white folk stuff, and then we'll let you talk down to the N-words. But like I said earlier, if you want to hold me down, you got to get in the ditch with me. And obviously holding black folk down did not work very well for you, because we are up. In fact, you got to look up to talk down to us at this point as we ride by in our nice cars and go to our nice, clean HBCUs. You got these folk, they just had you burning hot when you see them with their nice billionaire, millionaire status, getting this award. And Beyonce done messed around and won the country award. And they got some white dude that's suing her to try to get her country award back. Like as if it wasn't descended from the blues. Somebody type Lead Belly in the chat room. Oh, Black Betty, bam a lamb. Oh, Black Betty, bam a lamb. Yeah. Come on, man. As if y'all didn't take it. Y'all mad because she took it back. You're mad. Out here running hot. But that's you, white folk, and you poor white folks out there, y'all are the only reason that this system is still maintained. Because trust me, the only thing them rich white folk care about is money. They just gas you up. And I find it ironic that some of the most racist senators and richest men in America turn out to have some of these black children out here. Ain't that something? Huh? Joe Biden's mentor, was his name Bird? Had a black baby on the side. I want you to think about that. As you out there perpetuating racism and saying send these immigrants home, which is perfectly within your right, but you don't get anything from it. That's what you need to understand. You're not going to gain anything from it. But as long as they got you fooled, what was the president's name after John F. Kennedy passed away? He said, as long as I can convince the lowest white man that he's better than the richest black man, then we can keep this system going forever. And you falling for it. So you all are the fool for that. And I'm talking to the white folks who listen, you poor, you're trailer park, you're sick like that boy J.D. Vance. Grew up dirt poor. Less than an N-word, as they would say. And you got the nerve, and I'm not talking about J.D. Vance particularly, I'm just saying folk like that in Appalachia, you strung out on drugs, they pumping dope into this community. And you got the nerve to be trying to look down on black folks. Shout out to Johnny Harris. And your mom is on meth, your dad is on meth. People are making millions of dollars off your backs. They filled you up full of painkillers, got folks addicted to it. The pharmaceutical companies got rich. Folks still hadn't been punished for that. And you got the nerve to try to side with these rich white folk who don't give a doggone about you. So you got some reckoning to do too. You'll be fooled again. They're gonna let me tell you what's gonna happen. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm not gonna make this long with it. Y'all gonna put out all these immigrants, and you poor whites are gonna get back to getting treated just like the trash that they think you are. And you still gonna have to look at these dynamic, amazing, magnificent, wonderful, foundational Black American people because we are blessed by God, and we're still gonna proceed no matter what you do to us. Clearly, we gonna be here because we've been here. And you've thrown everything you possibly could at us, and we still here. You might be able to do that stuff to them immigrants and all them folk who don't have a foothold in this country, but we gonna be here. Because number one, we know what we're doing. Number two, we understand who we're dealing with. And number three, we're not under any misgivings as to who you are and what you really think about us. I'm just saying. It is what it is. Now, that being the case, the only groups who survive are the ones who build their own economic and political structures. And the lessons that these immigrants should have learned from Black America is whiteness is not something you earn, it's something that excludes you. No matter how much you align yourself with these movements, whether they be conservative or liberal, they'll never see you as one of them. If you don't build your own economy, you'll always be at the mercy of these white policies. If you do not fight for yourself, no one else gonna fight for you. And if you don't make your friends before you need them, like you were supposed to do with foundational Black Americans, don't call on us when you need us. Now, for those of you all who are facing deportation and discrimination and economic hardship, we look at that, we feel bad for you. We're not a hateful people. We're wonderful, loving, beautiful people. Nevertheless, we wish you good luck because you're on your own. My brothers and sisters, my foundational Black Americans, and this goes to the Black immigrants, the brown immigrants, the Asian immigrants, and every other color, we're tired of marching. This is not our time to march. We focused on survival. We're focused on our communities. We're focused on our future. And what I would like to do at this point is just welcome you all to the America we've always known. And I want to ask you this, and I hope and I wish you would. We want to see how you all survive. Nevertheless, this is Uncle D. I love you all. God bless you. I hope you take these words of wisdom as they should be delivered to you with love. I love you. God bless you. As I always say at this time, it's Uncle D, and I am out.
Late night tuning, light up the stream. DennisSpurling, wisdom gleam. Voices whisper truth and an insight. In his podcast, feel the light. Harmony in every word. Truth and laughter you've heard.
Well, that's all right.
Wave after wave of smooth delight. Dennis brings the dark to light. Share the tales unfold. Stories born like morning gold. Feeling the wisdom inside me. Subscribe and like time after time.
Black men, I want to salute you. Your incarceration rate is down. The education rate is up. We up. We win from it. We are doing great for ourselves. So you should salute yourself. Shout out to all the brothers out there, whether you're a truck driver or an engineer, whether you're an electrician or garbage man, a doctor, a lawyer. If you're a hard-working brother, if you fresh out the penitentiary, but you on your grind and you doing it legal and you trying to make amends for yourself, man, I salute you too, brothers. God bless you. This is Uncle D, and you know, I'm out.